So the COVID years revealed so much about what's wrong. Like this didn't just come overnight. It wasn't just one event. It could never have happened like this if it was just a singular problem. There were so many things that we saw. We saw that the doctors were complacent, but how did doctors get complacent? My father was a doctor. I grew up in the world of medicine. Doctors didn't used to be like that. Medical training has taught doctors to just go along, get promoted. Very much you had to fall into line. Normally, and so that was medical training. Once you were out as a practicing physician, you really had a lot of protocols you had to comply with. So I was a hospital physician, as an ER physician, and there were every year endless protocols. It was different. I was the exact right age to see how medicine kind of flipped. I started practicing like in the 2000s. From 2000 to 2020, medicine really, really changed. It changed starting in the 90s, but really, we were getting protocols in the ER, do a checklist. If somebody came into the emergency department and their temperature was high or their respiratory rate was high or their heart rate was high, that could be a sign of sepsis. But it also could be a sign of dehydration, anxiety, stress, a drug effect. There's a lot of other reasons. It's not just sepsis, right? But the government had put up protocols that if your vital signs were off a little bit, you had to start antibiotics or you had to document or chart why you didn't, and that was you had to do that within 1 hour. Well, if you've ever been to an ER, to get anything done within an hour, you practically need an act of God. It's not going to happen. So if you didn't put someone on antibiotics, you heard about it and you got into trouble and you were dinged by the system. So I used to fight that as much as I could. But at some point you kind of start giving in. You're like, oh my God, leave me alone. I'm just going to give the antibiotics. So all throughout my career, this was getting worse and worse and worse, the protocolization of medicine. And I used to say, you don't need a doctor. You could just have a checklist. You don't really need a doctor. So that's kind of what happened in the medical space, and it had been building up really for 30 years, I would say, I had been getting there. But it was still extremely shocking to me that when push came to shove, at that exact moment of helping the patient right in front of you, the doctors did not hold the line. They did not hold the line. If you think your doctor did, you're probably wrong. Not 100% of you, but most of you are wrong. So I saw the doctors not do the right thing, and I had never experienced that in my career.